Each one of us can have a straight line of progress where we start from feeling down and then make progress continuously upwards. That's just unrealistic. We start from the very bottom and then we make progress, we get stuck somewhere in a flat line, fall back down a little, then rise up again. That's okay. Doesn't matter how fast, how steady our journey is. What matters is that we're making an effort to move. If we stay at the bottom or just float our way to the top without making any movement, that can only mean we are not alive. Living is moving. That is why we're doing another YouTube video right now, even if not many people are watching yet. So if you're here, hi, this is Yeri, and in this video, I'll be talking about our human tendency to just survive and forget to live. Life can get so harsh, so much that maybe survival mode became our mind's default setting. But just surviving is very different from actually living. Just last year, my life took a dramatic turn. Everything I've ever built came crashing down. I was actively pursuing a different dream until life happened. One major thing after one major thing, and these major things are the type of problems people deal with in an angsty melodrama movie. And just this month, I am about to be unemployed. Growing up for me is not like a fairy tale. It was more like a bloody battlefield, and I can list down a lot of memories that I have been rediscovering with myself lately that can explain why I am built like this, like a machine in survival mode. But we're closing that chapter. I am now entering a new era, and I'm gonna do my best to actually live my own life and put a meaning in my own name. Today I'm going to view an apartment I can move into. It's outside of the city and I don't really know what to expect. Honestly, I'm still saving for my deposit, but I'm not just gonna sit in the corner and not do anything about it. So we'll go view the apartment and see if we can reserve it for half the price today and maybe save up for the remaining balance until my last day of work. So yeah. Living in survival mode means your nervous system is stuck in a constant fight, flight, or freeze response, causing persistent exhaustion, physical tension, and gut issues. It clouds your thinking with severe brain fog, racing thoughts, and extreme decision fatigue over minor daily choices. Emotionally and behaviorally, it often leads to sudden mood swings, emotional numbness, and pulling away from loved ones to conserve energy. That is how I operated for the past years. Everything I did was an attempt to be loved or get closer to my dream, while also making ways to be free from financial instability. I operated from a mindset that what I do today is for the future me, and I raised the bar higher and higher, without realizing that I have attained a lot of things that I just used to dream about in the past. I was just existing, and it felt like the life that I was living was someone else's, so I went numb. I wasn't happy, I wasn't sad, but like a dead fish, I sank down to the bottom, and as time went by, it felt like I was starting to float. Somewhere in one of those days, something just clicked. Life is happening today. It's not in a distant future, it is happening today. Hitting rock bottom is actually a blessing in disguise, but it can only turn into a blessing if you move. Like what I said in the beginning of this video, it doesn't matter how fast or how steady our growth is. The fact that we are moving is a proof that we are alive. This life is ours. Today is ours. Our story begins today. You know, one thing that stuck with me is a quote that says, "When you were born, your name means nothing, but your name, when you die, will be full of meanings. And the definition of your name depends on what you do in your today." So how do we escape this survival mode and reprogram our minds to actually start living? First, do not hate yourself. There is a reason why you are operating from fear, and the past version of you just did her best at the time with what was available to her. Teach your body that it is in fact safe now, and try to reconnect with yourself. Second, try to rediscover what are your true preferences rather than just conforming to what is expected of you. This stage is shocking for me because I realized that I didn't know what my favorite colors and foods were for the longest time, but now I know those things. So try to explore the little things that genuinely make you happy. Also pause during your day to ask yourself what your body needs, like water, rest, or releasing tight shoulders. Third, remember that you are not a machine that is built only for work and constant output. Drop perfection. You know, lately I have been finding artworks with visible human errors to be so beautiful because with all of the outputs that are computer generated nowadays, I really have come to appreciate what makes us humans. Each mistake has a story, and it's so beautiful to find little dents in handmade pieces or texture in a painting, things like that. So allow yourself to make mistakes because that's how stories are born, and we are all made up of many, many stories. Fourth, this is something that I integrated to my system because recently I just learned that as an INFJ, having a time for myself is really important. Because if I just wake up and just prepare for work, go to work, get home tired from work, sleep, and repeat, I don't feel like my life is mine. So I make sure that I have time for myself early in the morning or maybe before bedtime to list down small things that I'm grateful for, connect with myself with no screens, no rush, no distraction. Just me, my personal realizations, and adding meaning to my name and doing the little things that I enjoy, like listening to jazz, drinking coffee, playing with my cats, and watching the sunrise. Having a goal is generally a good thing, and having hope for the future is what's gonna help you to keep moving forward. But driving with just a picture of the destination in your mind and not paying attention to what's right in front of you is not gonna get you anywhere near your dream destination. You have to live today to get to the future that you want. I have been reading Atomic Habits by James Clear recently, and it has a lot of good advice for shifting your focus on systems and not goals. My life starts at 23, and I can feel that this is a pivotal moment in my life. I hope I can look back to this video a year later carrying a lot of stories as proofs that I lived my life as me, like it's mine, 'cause it's mine. Thank you so much if you're still here. It would really make me happy if this video just helped one single soul to get through life and escape survival mode. See you in the next one.